Dice Paper Roll is recorded on the traditional lands of the Kulin Nation and the Jagera and Turrbal people. We would like to acknowledge any elders past, present, and emerging, listening to this podcast and the long traditions of storytelling and comedy of the Indigenous peoples of these lands, and that land was never ceded, always was, always will be Aboriginal land. What does one do with time lost? I suppose... Well, one can't really be sure if they have lost what they do not remember. If you skip a beat, here or there, if no one is the wiser, how could you even know? Why would you know? Curious. It must be said, it would be like that of a robbery of opportunity for growth. And that's sad. Perhaps with acceptance, one could grow through the loss, though. And maybe that is not so bad. At last, the coach was loaded, and it was a heavy burden that the horses would draw. The trees behind the cart cast shadows from the moon, then painted the barrels just right. And those shadows formed letters that read, Dice Paper Roll into the Feywild.
Welcome, everybody, to another stream and or podcast of Dice Paper Roll. Second stream for us. So welcome, rollers, into our homes, into our bedrooms, into our meticulously styled offices.
Mine always looks like this. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've read every single book behind me.
Don't
Me
look at the other
too.
parts of my room because everything's not just shoved into a corner.
I'm not just sitting in a blank space with only these things behind me. I live
I'm
a
surrounded
normal,
by
full
my
life.
own filth.
Welcome back to Into the Feywild by us. We are Dice Paper Roll, and I am Greg Pickering. I'm playing Doelene Delacroix. She is a Harangan wizard, level 2, 2 levels of wizard, and starting to feel out the skeins of fate with her weaving of the powers of magic. And she's joined by her illustrious companions. Well, mostly illustrious, except for Dan.
Oh. Wasn't how I was expecting that to go, but, you know.
Hey, you thought it was going to be me, didn't you? Hey.
Yeah, the old double cross. I am Dan. I am playing the very handsome, the very wealthy, the very
Frogly.
frogly Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker III. Also level 2, but a bard. You didn't know that because he hasn't any kind of musical ability whatsoever, and I don't plan on introducing it as a character trait. I know, sounds a bit weird for a bard, but I'm going to try and just allow his powers of verbal communication, something that I excel at.
Clearly.
Jesus. Lauren, who are you playing?
Yes, hello. My name is Lauren Bock. I am playing Kevin Strangeways, who is a young boy trapped in a big boy's body. The big boy is really big boy. He's kind of like a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson meets Captain Haddock from Tintin type. Very burly, wearing lots of pants. And it's got big hands, big
Is that
feet.
multiple pairs of pants?
But still has a teeny tiny penis, not sure. Probably.
Roll for penis
He's an
check.
artificer. He enjoys making little objects and magical tinkering, and he has on his arm like a sort of, a beep boop thing that he can sort of manipulate things with. And that's Kevin Strangeways. Ben, who are you playing?
My name is Ben, and I play Unit. Unit is a level 2 Warforged fighter, and they are Kevin Strangeways' companion for some, I think it's like 24 years now, although Unit only
That's
knows
right.
that because of their internal clock. Only has a memory of about 5 days with Kevin, but what a 5 days they were. Unit is just a conglomeration of scrap metal and different machines. Used to be a whack-a-mole machine at a fair. You can tell that because it's still got the two of the holes in the torso, and my weapon is the foam hammer. So I'm fucking badass, man. Unit is a fiercely loyal companion to Kevin Strangeways. Feels the urge to protect him for some strange reason, and is just trying to get to the bottom of what's happened to all this lost time and why frog people are just so mean to robots. I'm sure we'll see much more of that. Jack.
We'll never know.
Yes, and I'm Jack, and I'm dungeon mastering this fine experience or thing.
So fine.
So experienced.
So thingy.
Yeah, I'm
So many.
now. What is this 4th episode now? So I think I'm pretty well into it.
Oh, good. That's good that you're into it, Jack. I'm
Yeah.
glad to
Because
hear
it
that.
only took 3 hours of content for you to actually really commit to
You,
it
the
now.
dungeon
Yeah.
master.
I think
Feeling
I think
it now? Great.
Yeah,
Good.
I think I'm there. I think I'm ready
You-
to
yeah?
do the rest of the show.
All right. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're ready.
Welcome to audience members joining us for the first time. Great time to jump on
Great time.
board.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you've been on the fence, don't worry. Jack was also apparently
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
quite there.
I've decided to continue. I'm so glad we've all agreed.
Excellent.
It's good to have
Sorry,
this chat.
Jack. We're having a great time. Please.
Yes. So previously, as a little recap of what's happened up to this point, a hare, Doelene Delacroix, a frogman, Walter Winston Winklepicker III, a man-sized boy, Kevin Strangeways, and Unit, a small robot, met in a bar called the Curly Seahorse. Madryk Roslov, a mage, spoke to the party of his patron Zabilna, who has recently disappeared. Madryk has tasked the party with finding her in the Feywild, which is somewhere beyond the Witchlight Carnival. It's like the book.
Oh, it's like the book. Oh, it's like the book.
Oh,
Which
the
line?
wild beyond.
That's right.
That's right.
That's the name of the book.
It makes
Which line?
sense. Sorry,
Which line is
what
it?
book is that? What book
That's
is that?
the wild beyond the Witchlight.
Oh, is that the Dungeons and Dragons supplement by Wizards of the Coast?
Yeah.
That
Is
came
it?
out a year ago.
Yeah. So it's hot property.
We're
Yeah.
real
That's right.
quick.
We did Curse of Strahd just before they redid it, so
Yeah.
we're always on the money.
Yeah, we're really ahead of the curve. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Surfing that wave of popularity.
Yeah.
All right,
We're
so
in
we're
the
at,
zeitgeist, the very pinnacle.
we're at Madryk's,
Yes.
the Pumpkin Palace.
That's right. Well, the Pumpkin Hill.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I don't want to.
Just trying to beef it up a bit.
No. It's Madryk's very modest.
No,
He
no,
knows
it's
what he's
vegetables.
capable of. Yeah.
Just trying to veg it up a bit.
Was that me? Was that just me?
Hey, man, whatever you can produce.
Okay. Yeah.
Whether you can produce.
Oh.
Oh,
And I will see myself out. Good day.
stay.
It's less of a pumpkin palace, more of like a kumquat cottage.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and that was a pumpkin.
A veggie vestibule.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe we should move on.
Yeah. All
But
right.
we're so committed now.
We're all just trying to think of a better joke that will
No.
justify all that.
Anyway,
Vegetable
so,
vestibule.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
That's the money.
beautiful.
Thank you.
We can't. No one could better that. We better just again leave
Move
it there. And move right along.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's a new morning. You've had huge amounts of pumpkin pie the previous day. Madryk talked to you at length about his petunias. Did we just lose Lauren? No, she
Yes,
is. She is.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, just does that at the start.
So he's talked at length about his garden and
It actually did it before when I said the vegetable vestibule thing, and so I had to say it again. And I was like, is it worth it? I'm like, so fucking worth it. I'm so sorry I'm derailing. Please, Jack, continue.
That's
Yes.
fine.
Please tell us more about your flowers, Madryk.
Oh, shut up.
Could you not tell there was an undertone of sarcasm there, Walter? Winston Winklepicker III. I am learning your ways.
No, I will not bore you with more of my garden, but I could if you want.
No, perhaps you could actually tell us something more useful.
I believe that we are on a round planet, and it is circling the sun. That is pretty wild, no?
Yes, it's...
That's pretty
That's
useful.
fascinating.
Everybody knows the Earth is flat, Madryk.
Who wants to
Yes.
tell
No,
him?
that's just me.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Just wanna sit down for a bit.
Anyway, what would you like to do? Actually, you guys are going to the carnival later, right?
Yes.
Yes.
As long as
would
we
very
get
much
really
like
good
to.
directions to it.
Yes,
Which
because
Yes,
I would.
Where do we go?
Very
would-
clear and specific directions.
Yes,
Yeah,
so we don't
I-
get sidetracked along the way.
Because we need something like like we need a straight shot, no forks in the road, no rocks passing by, no trees, definitely
it.
no stables.
Maybe
I can
even a
do
map.
that. Well, I don't have a map, but it's there's just one road, and it takes you the whole way there. It's very convenient.
Whew, that is a relief.
Sounds good.
But I do have a small favor to ask.
Oh, what beyond finding your patron in some sort of extra plane beyond this carnival that we're going to?
That's right. You'll see, I make these carriages, no? And I was wondering, could you take a carriage to my friend Dominic? He's going to sell it on to a princess or something. I don't know, but maybe it would be a good carriage for you to take.
Is it along the way, Dominic's?
Is
Oh,
he on
yes,
the
it's
same
in the-
road?
The carnival is right next to the town. You cannot miss it. But I think maybe Dominic will be there, and you can give him your pumpkin carriage. And I'll pass on the horses that you left with me back to Esmeralda. No problem.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Everybody else?
Sounds like a good
Yes.
plan to me.
I love a good carriage ride.
Seems like a fast way to travel to me.
Yes, very fast.
You've been very hospitable. Thank you so much for having us stay over. Thanks for all the pumpkins.
Anyway.
Thank you for all the pumpkin pie. It was delicious. I very much like the way that you decorate them with the hole in the middle.
Yes, me too.
Oh, you got that one.
I wasn't a
I
big
did
fan of the
not-
pumpkin mash, though.
That one had such a gooey center. Ugh.
I didn't mind it, says Unit, as it's like shoveling it into their face. One last pie before they go.
Please enjoy your breakfast. And so you enjoy your breakfast. And Doelene, as you take your last sip of
Red
tea.
Bull.
Red Bull. Okay.
It gives you wings.
Yeah. Might need those later.
She's got a flying speed of 30 now.
The sparks and wisps of mists that you saw just 2 days ago on the plane on the way to the Pumpkin Hill, like coalesce into your tea and get sucked into you. And it's portentous.
I'm just filled with portentous power. Oh, that's pretty average. Okay, I got a 9 and a 12.
Yes.
Let me write those down.
So what that is, listener, is Doelene can reuse those rolls at a later date. That was part of the boon that fate provided.
Yeah, it's part
For
of
anything,
changing fate. Yeah, anyone I can see.
That's cool.
That's it.
Before you know
so
the
it works
result.
for other people.
Yeah, I can apply it to other people. So I think it's after the result.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can replace any attack roll, save and throw, or ability check made by me or a creature that I can see. You must choose. Oh no, before the roll. I must do so before the roll.
Oh, so you say it before. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Still good.
But
I feel like it's
also,
more interesting to do
theoretically,
it
then
after.
Could you not also use that on? Does it say the creature needs to be willing?
No, it does
No,
not.
so
I
you could
do
give
it.
a bad
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
a bad roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
That's why
That's
I'm
good.
always sort of wanting both ends of the spectrum. So I want to preferably like a low and a high.
That makes sense.
Cool.
But I got 2 average rolls. That's
A
good.
plus.
Nothing like exciting content. 12.
Yeah.
So you all finish your breakfast. You packed up, and Madryk leads you out to the stables where he's prepared a big pumpkin carriage. Who would like to drive?
Madryk, I have to say thank you so much for your hospitality.
Shotgun! And he just
oh.
sort of runs towards the carriage and touches it. And it's like, ha ha, it's mine. And
Yes. Well, anyway, thank you, and I hope you don't mind. I've taken a lily to press in my book to remember this place by.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Doelene. I really do appreciate the manners that you bring to things. It's so refreshing.
Well,
Kevin starts beeping the horn.
well, okay. Well, obviously,
Come on, let's go.
I have to go. But you know, you maybe should maybe think about getting out every now and then. 64 years in the same cottage is a long time. Anyway,
Yes.
best of luck to you, Madryk.
Yes.
I
Madryk,
must.
how can we be sure that your friend Dominic is even still alive?
Uh,
If you have not left your house in 64 years, I don't mean to make things awkward and weird. And I'm saying all this as I legs extend and I get up into the carriage because I'm sick of driving myself.
yeah, fair enough.
What does he look like? Do you have any other contacts at the carnival?
Oh, well, Dominic lives in, he works at Turnips R Us. and you should be able to find him, no problem. But it's true. I do not know that he is alive, but it's highly likely. He sent me a letter.
An invoice?
An invoice. And I paid it.
Oh, good.
Very expensive.
Well, there's nothing wrong with trusting in fate. Madryk.
Yes, all right.
I guess it's time for us all to follow our thread, which seems a little more precarious as it appears that I have to drive. And
Doelene, get in the carriage.
I'm in. I leap. I leap up into the air straight onto the front of the carriage with great
Excellent.
dexterity.
Now the carriage
Because I
doesn't
don't have to
actually
roll.
the carriage doesn't actually have any horses. It's just kind of like self-guided. So you don't need to roll an animal handling check or anything like that.
Thank goodness.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's one of them Tesla carriages.
Yeah.
I like it.
Self-drive. Mm.
Yeah. Oh. And you move well, you take off. And you turn left out the drive and you
I knew he had a map.
and so you start heading off.
That Madryk was a lovely fellow, don't y'all think?
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
I mean, he was nice. God, the flowers. Jesus, the flowers.
And
Too
way
much.
into pumpkins.
Way
I
too much. in
Yes,
pumpkins.
He's
Yeah.
really missing out on just serving tea. I would have thought he'd be into the pumpkin spice lattes for sure. But
Yes.
no.
I expected the same unit, I have to say. Great minds. And I was disappointed that I did not get a frothy pumpkin flavored beverage, milky beverage.
Me too.
Mm.
Me three. Ugh.
I'm not.
I spy with my lie something beginning with R.
Regicide. Look, it's happening right over there.
Oh my God, they killed a king. Rotunda.
Hey, so is everybody else super keen on coming to the carnival? Is there any kind of like reference in anybody else's kind of deep and formulated backstory about the carnival, or is it just like, me?
Well,
Well, Walter, if you listened to anything that I had said to you the last couple of days,
I
you would
never
know-
listen to anything that you say, Unit.
Yes,
You're
I
a
know.
robot.
That I do. I am deeply offended by your arrogance. You asked a question, and I am merely answering it.
Right.
Yes, we would like to go to the carnival because it is important. I actually did write a fucking backstory,
Yes.
Walter Winston Winklepicker the third.
Whoa, robot guy, Unit. Take it.
Like steam starts coming out of Unit's ear holes, and like the neck starts going up and
Let's
down.
get you some
and-
WD-40.
do the
His
moles
head spinning
start
around.
popping up?
Yeah, like a mole comes out. Mole pops out and goes, "Fuck you, buddy," and then goes back inside.
You whack him back.
I just start whacking myself with the
Very
mallet.
self-flagellation.
Yes.
And so you come to the pumpkin cart is moving along, and it sort of comes to an intersection, and it stops for the red light signal, which is just like a guy holding up a red
Morning.
like.
Nice day for it.
Yep.
Yes,
Well, very nice to see they have full employment here.
Well, it's also very nice to see that Madryk clearly lied to us. It's not one straight road if there's an intersection going through. Which way do we go?
Well, we are going to have to spend at least another 20 minutes discussing this at this location. Are there any boulders around?
So,
No.
Walter Winston Winklepicker the third, why are you so intent on this carnival all of a sudden?
Oh, me? Oh, rides. Love the teacup. Oh, the hammer thing and, the House of Mirrors, the spooky house. Hey, it's all just a lot of fun. Cotton candy. Hey, who doesn't like that? Yeah. It's just, look, it's just, look, I'd just be very intrigued to go and pay my fare for the.
Do you all want to do an insight check on
Yeah,
that?
I'm like waiting
Yeah,
until.
I just did one.
What?
Or what'd you get?
A 10.
Ooh.
I got a 20.
Oh, is that
Natural
a natty?
nice.
18 plus 2.
So dirty.
Dirty.
A dirty
20.
20.
16 for unit.
Oh, Winston.
19 on the
Whoa.
die with a +5 in deception. 24.
Wow. Okay.
Well, it does seem like he does like the teacups. I mean, who doesn't like the
I love the
teacup
teacups
ride?
too. And
It's
the
a
Hall of
great
Mirrors is also
ride.
really fun. Do you like the Hall of Mirrors?
Oh, yes. The Hall of Mirrors is my favorite.
And the
Funny
cotton
that you say
candy and
Why
roller
did you start
coasters.
I used to work at the Carnival and worked in the Hall of Mirrors for 24 years.
What?
Yes.
Oh, at this exact carnival?
Well, I don't know. I don't really remember the Carnival specifically, so I'm hoping that
Well,
maybe
you worked there for 24 years. Surely you have some kind of memory.
I am just a robot, Sir Walter Winston Winklepicker
Oh,
III,
right, that's
as you
right.
have
No,
pointed out to
no.
me many times.
No soul. That's right. I'm going to go around calling you Soulless Unit. Okay.
That
You really
sounds
have
like
a
an
way with
amazing
words.
nickname.
Well,
How
I
long
said
did
it in
you
my
take a day off
introduction.
after you thought of that one?
So snappy. It
yes,
just really
it's-
just flies off the tongue.
Well, you see, when you've been raised above the common folk, you find a witticism in the English language that, or Faerunian language, common language.
You know,
That,
With
I-
that, the signal changes and it's a green light.
I guess
was
we go
just gonna
straight, straight,
Hey, Ray.
straight. All right.
And you can hear like a loud kind of hooning in the background. And just like another cart coming through. Yeah.
Who?
Get
out
of the way, you cunts. Hey.
Yeah. And they come by, and it's a big cart. It's fully loaded. It's got like, I don't know, it looks like
Is it
it's
a
got
VL Calais?
Yeah, sure. It's got like it's I don't know, drawn by some horses, and it's got like four figures on it. You can't quite make them out, and like one reaches out as they're passing you and steals Walter's hat. And,
You son of a bitch.
and
that-
roll for initiative.
Oh my God. A hat thief. We
Over-
must do something about this.
18.
I say we slay them all.
Oh, shit. That is a 7 plus 5.
It's just a 7 for me.
I got
Oh.
a dirty 20.
So I am 12.
18 for unit.
Oh, so you're just a 12, Walter?
Yes, just a 12.
7 for me.
Decidedly average.
Quick, after them. Who's driving this thing?
Oh, that's me. Shit. How do I? It's on autopilot. Do I just mash buttons?
Unit,
Hey,
Um,
Carrot,
unit
go
pushes.
faster.
You hear a voice that comes in. It's like, hello, my name is the pumpkin cart. Have you chosen to enter a cart chase?
Yes, I have. Follow that other
Entering-
cart that stole our hat and step on it.
We've already missed the quick get off when it goes to red, orange, and green. We're just stalling, pressing the wrong buttons here. Go.
They took my
Yeah.
hat.
And
I'm
they
sad.
they pull out in front. So and the cart, your cart, the pumpkin cart, takes off and it pulls up beside. And you can see inside that there's like they're like yuan-tis. They're like snake people. They're like one's driving the front, and then there's like three in the back just like taking the hat and like putting it on them and then putting it on the other guy.
Hey. You give me back my hat. I may be amphibious and you may be a what are they, reptiles? But that's
Snake.
not cool.
Hey, we're snake people. What are you saying?
Nothing. I pointed out that I'm amphibious and you're a reptile.
I don't find that offensive at all, because that's what I am.
I know. Can I have my hat back, please?
This encounter is strange and
It's
No!
very strange. I'm still unsure whether either of these two carriages are actually moving.
They are. You're moving
Okay.
like very fast. You're both
Okay.
like, but you're kind of neck and neck. You're moving at the same rate, and the one that's riding it, driving it, I should say. How do I do this? Goes in for a. Oh my god, that's a lot of dice. That's not good.
that's always a good thing to hear.
Yeah, I love hearing that.
When you're in the player's seat. Yep.
That's a lot of
actions.
dice.
I'm not going to do that. That seems
Good
bad.
when you have 12 hit points.
No, there we go.
Feels
That's better.
good.
That's better. Okay. They kind of turn the cart into you, and they don't even hit. They just sort of they keep moving. Doelene, what would you like to do?
As they come closer to us, there's 4 of them. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I pull a glowworm out of my pouch as I hold the steering wheel with my other hand, and thank you, little friend, I whisper to him, and then I squish him in my hand, and I throw the juices over at the other carriage, casting dancing lights. So I make
Whoa.
4 torch-sized lights, glowing orbs that hover above each of the humanoid.
Shit. What does that do?
So it just highlights them.
Oh,
and-
okay. So
and
they're kind of
sets a
really
light
easy to
about them.
see. All
Yeah.
right. Quite great.
I lit them right up. It's all you.
That's so pretty. Wow. Oh, nice lights. And then I don't know. How do I attack you? That's
Usually
I
a
should know
D20 roll
that.
to
Yeah,
attack.
here we go. 8, 11. Does that hit anyone?
Who are you
attacking?
attacking?
Who are you hitting?
attacking?
I'm attacking. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm attacking Doelene with the
Was it an 8 or an
Yeah.
11?
an 11. Sorry.
No, it
No,
doesn't
that
hit
doesn't
me. I'm
hit.
too dexterous.
Fuck, they're shit, aren't they? He actually like launches out and then falls out the carriage and just rolls under the carriage and is left out the back.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unit.
Unit, one of the whack-a-mole holes on Unit's torso opens up, and the little mole inside passes out a flute. Here you go. Oh, thank you. One of my arms grabs it, and I just start playing the flute like. I'm gonna try to charm the snake people.
Oh, all right. I guess I have to roll to resist. How do I do
Yeah,
that?
on this skill that I don't have as a fighter, but hey,
I guess that's wisdom. Hey.
yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's a 1. They're fucking
Hey.
charmed. They're so charmed. They're like, oh,
You
that's
give my friend
good
his hat back
music, man.
now. I
All
said,
right. Yeah, we
give-
didn't even want it. It's good. Here you go. What's your name?
my name is Unit.
Good name. Good name. Good name.
My arm extends and I grab the hat. And I
Sweet.
I hold on to it.
Oh, well, it seems like everything's resolved. It was lovely to meet y'all. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry about the death of your friend who just fell under our wagon wheels while he tried to hit me with some undescribed weapon. But I'm a little, my heart is racing, okay? And it ain't just the Red Bull.
And let that be a lesson to you, man. Let that be a lesson. See us and they kind of veer off, and they're like,
Hey, fuck you! Don't take my hat next time. I cast Vicious Mockery really quickly.
okay. Roll for it.
You need to roll for it, my man. You must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, excellent. That is an 8.
That is so you had to beat 14. Ooh. So you will take my fuck you, and it hurts. It really hurts. Like you start to reevaluate why you're going around taking people's hats, man.
Yeah. So the one that took the hat, they hear your words, and it's not like you just said "fuck you." It kind of
2 points of psychic damage.
They really have a good hard think about it, and they go, guys, pull over. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
What do you mean you can't do it anymore?
I just don't know that I can do it anymore. Yes. I've been doing this gig for so long.
But we're the Hat Gang. We still hats. That's what we do.
I don't know if I can do it anymore. I think I'm gonna go into wigs. Wigs.
Wigs.
Yes.
Could we be the wig gang? Could we?
Maybe we should go into shovels because we kind of need to scrape up Jim back there.
Yes. Yes, maybe if we put a good enough wig on Jim, we can pass him off in some kind of Wicked at Bernie's.
Yeah.
We can
The hat would never work. It'd have to be a wig. Yeah.
It'd have to be a real good wig, not one of those Halloween wigs.
Yeah.
We should probably make sure
A lace front. That's what they're called. Yeah, lace.
Right. Yes.
We should probably make sure that people have the wigs, because if it's not wigs and it's actually the hair, when we just drive past and grab it, then
or we scalp him, and that's our first wig.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is,
Yeah,
But he doesn't have any hair. He's a snake person.
That's right.
That is
like us.
Snake people. Shit.
Yes.
And
We'll think about it.
And they do. They think
Let's
about
keep
it.
brainstorming.
And
That's why I won't play you auntie character.
Yeah. The lisp is real.
Yeah. So they fuck off. They're not interested anymore. And you continue down the road.
Thank you,
Unaffected.
unit, for retrieving my hat. And that, I must say, was some fine flute playing. I wasn't really expecting it from mechanical, construction as yourself, that you could find such soothing tunes.
yes, well, perhaps there are many things about me that may surprise you, Sir Walter Winston Winklepicker III.
Oh, do you have different settings?
No, but I can do this. Start doing a little song and dance with the hat. Then I do the Michael Jackson thing with the hat. I do a whole bunch of
that's
sweet
amazing.
tricks with the hat.
Unit, give me back my hat.
Can I roll to resist?
Yeah. Roll to resist.
Oh, that's an 18.
Oh, you
I
do
get to-
not give back the hat.
I'm sorry, Sir Walter Winston Winklepicker. Your command does not compute. However, I will return it to you simply for being my friend.
Oh. Well, this is awkward.
Fair enough. And I put the
take
hat.
the hat before you pull it
No.
back.
Oh, I'm going to roll a dexterity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's a 10.
17 on the die.
I try to pull it away from you and put it on, but I'm too slow.
But yeah, you try to, but
You
it's
forget
already.
my frog-like reflexes. My tongue
Do you
snaps out
grab
of my
it?
mouth and fucking grabs the hat and fucking whoops it straight back onto my head.
Can you do the song and dance anyway as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, my baby. Hello,
Unit.
my honey. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl.
Wee! This is the best road trip ever.
I have to say, we're not really. After that, we're not really the most vicious fighting force I've ever seen.
I didn't even get a turn.
Well, that is true. I didn't see you go, Kevin, and you are a big, large man.
Was
Yes.
Kevin hiding under the seat?
Yeah, Kevin was not definitely just frantically looking for attack spells because I don't like weird shit.
All I'm saying is, if those Yuan-Ti didn't wig out and run away, then we would have been in some real trouble. We need to get
I
ourselves
don't think
together.
we'll see no hide nor hair from them anymore.
Well,
But from the perspective of the game, you still won, so you get the experience anyway. You level
Yay!
Do we go up to level 3?
Yes.
Needless death. Yay!
And
That was easy.
Yeah. And so you the cart
God, please,
sort of
I need some new spells, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
carries on
Very much so.
down the path, and you see the city loom in front of you. And that is where we will leave the episode.
As the camera pans across, you see Unit sitting in the back behind everyone. They're all facing forwards. And Unit is eyeing off Winston's hat as a little drop of oil comes out the eye and rolls down the cheek.
Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker is standing on top of the carriage doing his dance while we're driving down the road.
Guys, it was road. I spy with my little eye something beginning with R. Road.
I thought
Oh.
it was going to be robot and another oil.
Man, I thought it was totally regicide. I mean, we did see that king get killed. That was
you do
wild.
not see that every day, I have to say.
No, but road, good one. Good one.
Thanks.
Kevin.
Good
You
pick.
got us good.
We pass across a great field. The moonlight glints off the mountain snow. Beneath us, a figure moves at pace, but a shadow to the unwatching eye. The figure rounds a corner, a great white mist that cuts the landscape of the Feywild in three, towers endlessly into the night sky. They bubble and crackle with electric static. Waves of iridescent light wash across the blanket of mist. The figure pauses, picking from its satchel a small golden object. They hold the horn aloft and are enveloped by the mist as they pass deep into the fade.
Welcome to the dissection. This is a little segment, a little post-game dissection
Chitty-chat.
of the game that was.
Or
where
we
break
might
it apart.
Just talk about biscuits or
We
wigs.
might talk
Or biscuits,
about
for the whole time.
biscuits.
Actually, I wanted to start on a very important topic.
Go on.
Is there a cow person race in D&D? I'm not sure that there's like a Tauran, I guess, or like a
Yeah, is that...
because
Why?
they
Well, there's
need one.
minotaurs.
Oh, Minotaur. I guess I'm just disappointed we don't have a Minotaur in the party, considering how much kick-ass fucking cowbell there is in the theme song.
There it is. That's why.
Ah.
Okay.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can make one up, right?
Worth it.
Yeah.
Time to pop one in, Jackie boy. Great,
Walter gets turned
Well-
into a minotaur.
great, great game.
Yeah.
Combat.
Yeah, it was perfect. I don't know what else. I don't know.
I mean, it's
like-
fine, right? Like, it's combat.
No.
It
Yeah,
doesn't always.
Oh, sorry.
No, I it just makes me think about like combat is so hard to pull off. I think in a live situation or like a performative way, and to keep it interesting. But I just really like how when you DM, Jack, you just roll with the punches really well. I think you roll with the punches sort of better than almost any of us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah. You accept the offer every time, whether or not it's going to absolutely ruin your day.
Yeah, totally.
And,
Yes, I'm a
you know-
brick wall when it comes to punches. No rolling. We're on tracks, people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I like the snake charming outcome. I thought that was
Yeah, I
Yeah, that
thought
was very
I was
fun.
looking for any option to get me the fuck out of there, and that was it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought you were. Because I feel like maybe yes, like I didn't have to roll a was there like a check? There must be like a
No, you
perform
you did.
check.
Oh,
I just got a flute out and played it.
yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
Sometimes that just works. I don't know.
Yeah.
The rules just say that. Sometimes that just works.
And that works.
Well, as the DM, you decide whether it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully.
I think sometimes as well, it's okay to stay in the uncomfortable, for a little bit. Like I feel a little bit bad that I was like I feel a little bit bad that Lauren didn't get a bit of a turn in
Yeah.
that combat.
Sorry about that.
Well,
and I was
Lauren
just like,
should
"Fuck it,
roll
I'm
better,
jumping in."
is all I'm saying.
I mean, it's D&D, isn't it? Like, that's
Yeah.
why you roll for initiative. And to be perfectly honest, I was looking through all of the spells because I haven't really had a chance to kind of like get into it. And if anyone doesn't know, I'm a D&D noob. I really don't know very much, so I use D&D Beyond, and I'm like frantically reading this. And you can't read that shit. You can't skim that shit.
No.
You have to go,
No.
okay, hang on, what? And so I was doing all of that, and I kind of missed the action of what was happening. I was just like, I'm just going to wait until it's my turn, and then I think I'm just going to do something. And so I was a little bit relieved, and now I know I've got to do a little bit of homework. But I did have one that I thought was going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
I can
What was it?
cast something called grease.
Oh, yeah.
Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range and turns it into a difficult terrain for the duration. When the grease
That would've been
appears, each
great.
creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity throw, saving throw.
Would you
etc.
have cast it on the Yuanti, or would you have like done it in front of the wheels of the cart and just cause a horrible?
Yeah, I would have like
crash.
thrown
Sorry,
it.
accident.
Imagine our scene of the Yuanti afterwards, or just lying.
But because I'm an artificer, I was thinking of like maybe being it so I scrape the inside of the pumpkin and then like beep boop some like
Oh.
oil onto it, and it becomes this like sticky, claggy thing.
Yeah.
and do
Pumpkin
grease.
spice lattes.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Yeah,
Yuanti
doesn't
flavoured.
matter. Next
Sorry,
Yeah,
you didn't get
I-
to do that, Lauren.
I
No,
was
I don't
looking
mind.
at my spells. It is really difficult to still stay in because
Yes.
like the D&D Beyond is an excellent device tool
Oh, so
for the
good.
game. But
So
it-
good, Wizards of the Coast.
The short, yeah, the shorthand of it is like great, but as long as you know what that is really meaning, if you get new spells or something like that, and then you're trying to decipher that during the game, and it can be.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at my spells, and I'm like, I can't use that. I can't use that. I can't use that. That's no good. Blah blah blah. Okay, I guess I'll tell them fuck you. Yeah,
Lucky someone
don't-
else got your hat back for you then, eh?
Yeah, totally.
Well, I
Totally.
don't think it matters how long you've been playing for either. Like I've played
Oh,
a
yeah.
wizard, like I play spellcasters all the time. I've been playing for years and years and years, and I still cast Dancing Lights thinking it was fairy fire. Right?
I see. I looked up fairy fire, and I was like,
That's
oh,
what
is
I
that-
thought
is
you
that-
were casting.
That's what I thought I was casting until I read the spell description that I clicked on. So
I
it
think-
doesn't, you know.
I think there is like, if you're sitting around a table and you're playing, then you can take that time to stop and pause and read. It a different thing in a performative kind of, podcast / stream.
Yeah, but the
Trying
stake.
trying to still hear what's going on and not
Yeah.
take yourself away from it. Like it does matter in a table setting if you miss something, but not as much as when you're actually recording. You're like, huh, what did you guys say? What were you going to say, Lauren?
I was going to say, but also, like, it's theater of the mind, loosey-goosey rules anyway. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of like it's forgiven on all sides.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to make sense as much as
Totally.
a table game does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I-
think oh, sorry, Jack. You.
I think the way I kind of will handle it is I want to have it be narratively satisfying more than I want it to be
Everybody.
hardcore rules. Like I just
For sure.
want an interesting, funny outcome.
Yeah.
I think that suits you, like the way you run games, as well as the Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know where I read this, or one of you might have shared it, Greg. There was someone who said, I don't run hit points for monsters and creatures. We just run the combat till it's not fun anymore, or it's not, or if it reaches a narrative conclusion. Because I know when I DM, you kind of want everyone to have a go, and then you sort of want to finish it off on a high, but then that can end up going over a couple of rounds if everyone misses the next round. It's just like,
exactly.
You just want to.
I think we do that automatically when we're recording like performatively, right? Like we give everyone a go and then we sort of finish it up at a good point. But I've been sat at the table playing a game with like grids and stuff, and you have the hit points written down, and the first hit takes like someone does 120 damage. Like,
Let me just.
and you like cross out 100 and write 200, and then it's like, and I was always really stressed about that sort of thing. And I think it's a really good. I think that's a really good insight into what's important in D&D. And I think I just wanted to go back to the spell thing as well, super quickly. We were talking about like the difference between in the performance space and at the table where you have that time to read through your spells. Just pointing out, and from my perspective as a Magic user, it is good table etiquette to have an idea of what spell you want to cast when it comes around, because as a spellcaster, you do take heaps more time than the fighter or the barbarian.
For sure. Who's just like, I'm going to hit it with my sword, and I'm going to hit it 3 times because that's all that
That's
I
why I started
cast
playing
sword.
Yeah,
I guess though
totally.
that's where, Greg, I think you've given good advice in the past too. If you do have a lot on your plate as a spellcaster, to try and kind of have 1 or 2 signature moves that you kind of like, even if you get a bit stuck, you're just like, I'm just going to do it anyway and find an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
So that you're still doing something. Like you don't, I know, for like 20 years, I reckon, I think I tried every single go my characters got. Like I hoped that it would be the most epic, maybe combat finishing, enemy finishing move. It's like, but it doesn't have to be that at all. It's just you're contributing to moving the story forward a bit. It's not so much about I'm going to win.
I think also like, part of it as well is I probably need to read your spells as well and figure out what they mean as well.
But Jack,
probably
you're never
probably
gonna
not
do
that much.
Yeah.
No. And also,
that's
Ben,
right.
it is
My ineptitude is absolutely all your fault.
your fault. Yeah. Ben, look, it is really hard for you to like to come up with like the combat winning best spell ever when you're sitting across the table from me.
Yeah. So there's always that.
Hang on. I just pulled an imaginary flute from my fucking ass. Who ended that combat, motherfuckers?
Yeah, how does that flute go? You like play it like this.
No one questioned that a robot doesn't have lips, but anyway, that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
I was going to go there.
I liked the little interval with the Yuanti. A couple of them must have had 2 heads for all 5 of us to be talking, but
I did
I'm
think
sure.
about that.
Yeah.
That's fine. It was fun. It's cool.
Very fun. Very
stuff.
fun. Thank you,
Good
Jack.
fun game, Jack.
Thank you.
Yes.
So now, as well, good news is that we're level 3, which is the best point in the game, my opinion, because this is where we get to pick for a lot of the classes, our archetypes.
Oh, I already did that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I already did that.
Oh, you already done did that. Well,
Well,
because you're a
Wizzy.
wizard, and then Lauren, you're an artificer, so you don't have a subclass.
Oh,
They
no,
don't
I
have
think they do. No, they
at
definitely do.
third level, or is that something that's picked at the start? I've never played an artificer.
No, me either.
Wait.
Wait, what are you doing?
Just
You play it as
while
that.
while the music goes underneath. Hey, folks, are you actually playing us out?
No, I can if you
So
want.
confusing, Jack. Play us
Yeah,
out.
Yeah,
It's
play us
time to
out.
go.
I'm not
But,
interested in the subclasses of the artificer.
No, but
Not even.
Don't worry,
Listeners,
we'll read on our own time.
if you like the show, you think it's worth at least $1, jump on Patreon, tell all your friends about it. You can hit up our Patreon on our website at dicepaperroll.com, and you'll get all kinds of things, access to our Discord, and other stuff. Sometimes early access, sometimes.
If you think it's worth $1, you're out of luck because the bottom tier is $2.
We kind of talked about that.